call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last year. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Makes a man miss. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff from the gun.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Sends it back in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Tyler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Tyler. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun on third down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Texas A&M's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and they were both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can go catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Maybe a double pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him.
He breaks into the open. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Sooner! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
No, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep the stride going.
The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise in the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high, playing deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Sooner offense returns to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the run, it's Tyler. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get into more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Russ. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They've got the lead and tried to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Akron went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Zips ever do that? We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Knight. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Knight. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll go to the ground. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete as he tried. Thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Okay, ready?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense with the heat on. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. Continues to fight for yards. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Wants to keep it in the air. Hauls it in. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Durham. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. On target over the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The corners are walked up tight. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Slides away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Knight. And they swarm him under.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. The sure hands, it's Russ. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just
There he goes! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Knight. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got the tight end. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Gets it out quickly. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That is a huge way to end this half. Man, cutting into the lead, gaining the momentum. Nice job finishing the half with some positive vibes going into halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Still on his feet at the 35. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this...
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
Oh, a lot of space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
It's so...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They just keep firing. Looking for the score. Touchdown Sooner. Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Gives it on the option. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back. It's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The screen, and watch out. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Inside the 45. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Utah State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Aggies had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on the...
Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Spins away from the defense. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll sneak and try to surge forward.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Got it set up on the outside. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down. As the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get up.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, "Hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on."
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 45. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this spot. Boom. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Myers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Brought down inside the 15, mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a 4th down decision to be made by this offense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about